Good afternoon. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on maintenance. Let's see what the magic sheet of paper says. This is maintenance week 20. I have been on maintenance 20 weeks. That's 5 months. I have been on maintenance. My goal weight was 198 dot something. I reached my goal weight. I switched to maintenance. I've been on maintenance. I've been as low as 196, 195, but my goal weight was 198 dot something. I've been as high as 203. I think I touched 205. I woke up Friday morning at 198.0. And I had a viewer contact me, somebody on maintenance, just like me. Okay, now keep in mind, I weighed myself 198.0. And he said, I'm gaining weight. I'm stressing myself out. I mean, we're not talking a half pound or a quarter. I'm gaining pounds and pounds of weight. And I'm like, I want you to send me a menu. I want you to send me a list of what you've eaten in one 24-hour period. I'm going to eat the exact same thing. Let me see if I can replicate what's going on with you. And let me just stop right here and say, if you're on a water fast, keep water fasting. Because most of my comments today are going to be directed to those of you on maintenance. You've lost the weight and you're trying to keep it off. Okay? So let me just apologize up front and say, look, if you're on a water fast, you should not be eating any food, period. All right. Back to my story. So he sent me his list. I duplicated what the viewer ate in one day. Now, y'all know, if you've watched my channel for any period of time, you all know I don't weigh myself on Saturday and Sundays. Normally, generally, I just don't do it. I've never done it. I encourage you to do it, but that's just something I've never done. I don't know why. Okay. There's no explanation behind it. There's just, I've never done it. All right. So I ate what this viewer ate in one day. This viewer had an omelet, 2-egg omelet for breakfast. I'm cool with that. I made a 2-egg omelet. Okay. And by the way, this viewer had coffee, and I tell everybody I'm an acute diabetic. Okay. I duplicated and drank the exact number of cups of coffee that this viewer did for breakfast to go with the omelet. Then for lunch, this viewer had a cheeseburger. I really don't have a problem for those of you on maintenance to eat a cheeseburger. Okay. So I made a homemade cheeseburger and consumed it. This person ate 2 ice cream bars. I don't have ice cream bars on hand. I went to Kroger. I bought a box of ice cream bars. You know, it's got vanilla in the middle and a chocolate crust on the outside. I ate 2 of those. And I went right down the list. Now keep in mind, I told you I weighed in, starting weight was 198.0. This viewer consumed way too much food. For dinner, this viewer went out and bought a thin crust pizza. Now keep in mind, I have given you permission to go buy and it must be a thin crust pizza. I don't care what toppings are on it. And you can cut it in half and eat 4 pieces or one half of that pizza. And this viewer did. And this viewer had 2 more popsicles. Actually, they're ice cream, again, it's got vanilla on the inside and chocolate on the outside. I ate 2 more of those. And this person, honest to God, this person is wondering why they're gaining weight. I don't get it. When you are on maintenance, keep in mind this is a lifestyle change. You can never go back to eating the quantities of food that you used to eat. I asked the viewer, I said, "Did you consume the entire cheeseburger for lunch?" The viewer said yes. So I did too. What do I tell you? I don't care what you eat when you're on maintenance. Well, I do care, but whatever you eat when you're on maintenance, you always leave some on your plate. I should have, and this viewer should have left some of that cheeseburger on their plate and thrown it away. Didn't do it though. So I didn't do it. I ate the whole cheeseburger. And that also goes along with the 4 ice cream sticks. Don't entirely consume an ice cream stick. Leave some, throw some away. I asked this person, did they consume the entire omelet? The viewer said, yes, I ate my whole omelet. Do you see a pattern here? It's not only what you eat, it's the quantity, the amount that you eat. We have been conditioned in America to eat large quantities of food. Stop it. Don't do it. Did this person eat did this person cut the pizza in half and consume all 4 pieces of pizza? They sure did. They didn't leave any on their plate. They consumed it all. You're eating too much food. I can't emphasize this enough. I can't stress this enough. So Saturday morning, I get up and I step on the scale on a Saturday morning. Now, that's a big deal for me because I just got through telling you I don't weigh myself on the weekends. I just don't. I get up Saturday morning. I have gained almost 3.5 pounds. I weighed 201.4. I gained over 3 pounds. just by eating what this viewer ate in one day. Watch your quantities. Never clean your plate. I was always taught, when I was growing up 50 years ago, there are starving kids in Africa and India. Clean your plate. Folks, you should never clean your plate. Let me say that again slowly. You should never clean your plate. You should never consume all of the food on your plate. I don't care that you paid for it. You should not take it home so you can eat it later and ask for a to-go box. Never consume all of the food on your plate and never ask for a to-go box. Never. And even when you're at home, never consume all of the food you cook for yourself. Now, I would be saying something different if you were going to go run a 26-mile marathon. I would be saying something entirely different if you were going to run a triathlon, swimming, biking, running. But you're not. You're not. And neither am I. You do not need to consume the large quantities of food that you're eating. And I tracked it. I mean, it's fun. I tell you, that this is a teaching, learning channel. There was nothing for me to learn here on this experiment, but there definitely is something I can teach you. And again, all of these comments are for you folks on maintenance. Stop eating so much food. I occasionally have people tell me, I'm going to start a water fast. And I ask why. And they say, because money is kind of tight and I need to save money on groceries. I mean, that's a noble idea. That's the wrong reason to start a water fast. But it will save you money. And when you do reach your goal weight, you will continue to save money because even on maintenance, you're not eating the quantities of food that you used to eat. This is all about a lifestyle change. And if you're not willing to make that lifestyle change, you've just wasted a lot of time losing weight and you're going to gain it all back. I mean, let what I have said today sink in. This will help you lose weight. You will help yourself maintain your weight and keep it off. Now, between you and I, thank God that Friday I was at 198.0 because I popped up. I mean, today is what? Monday? October 28th? Today I popped up. I'm still at 201.4. I'm still gained those 3.5 pounds. So it's going to take a little bit of work on my part to get that weight back off. But I never dreamed by me duplicating what this viewer was eating in just one day, I would gain over 3 pounds. I mean, it just verifies as if I need verification. I've been doing this for 4+ years, but it just verifies what I've been saying. You have got to watch the quantities of food you're eating. I know I sound like a Baptist preacher, but let what I'm saying sink in. Don't let social pressures influence what you eat. Don't let the fact that you got in your car with a family member or a friend, personal friend, or a coworker, and you drove to a restaurant influence the quantity of food you eat. Throw some of it away. Leave some of it on your plate. I don't care the fact that you paid for it. Don't take it home. So I've gained over 3 pounds. Now, the really good news is my all time goal weight that I wanted to reach was 198 dot something, and I did. Even gaining 3 pounds, I am just at 201.4. I mean, somebody else asked me, they're like, my God, you started at 315.0. How does it feel to be in the ones? You're at 198.0. How does that feel? You know, I'm still, even though I've been water fasting and on maintenance, switching back and forth for 4+ years, it's still unbelievable to me. It's fantastic. Not only to lose the freaking weight, but to keep it off. And for me to see 198.0 or 199 or 199.5, or that's wonderful. That's marvelous. I had another viewer contact me and say, Thomas, I've lost over 250 pounds. I didn't think I could do it. I feel so damn good. Those were his words, not mine. I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it. That's fantastic. Oh my. If you had told me at 315 pounds I would see 190 something dot something, I would have said you need to go have your doctor change the drugs you're on. You're crazy. I'm there. I stepped on the scale this morning. Do you know what I saw? Oh my God, I saw my feet. That's another thing that I'm still getting used to after 4 years. I stepped on the scales this morning. It's so weird to step on the scale and actually see my feet. I mean, that feels so good. I love y'all. Y'all stay healthy, stay happy. I'm going to go bowl here in an hour or two. Have some fun. I'm on a bowling league. I will talk to you tomorrow, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We here in Texas are expecting some high winds and possibly some storms this coming week. So We're going to have to batten down the hatches, I guess. But this works, folks. For you folks on that have started your water fast, this works. This is free. Companies do not charge for a glass of this. This will help you lose weight. You don't need prescription drugs. You don't need prepackaged foods. You don't need special supplements. So what are you waiting on? I'll see you tomorrow.